Good morning. Before the world tells you who you should be. Before your phone fills your mind with noise. Before fear has a chance to whisper its lies. I want you to remember something. Every morning is more than the beginning of another day. It is another opportunity to become the version of yourself that you've been waiting for. Too many people wake up already defeated. They wake up remembering yesterday's failures instead of today's possibilities. They wake up thinking about what they don't have instead of recognizing everything they already are. But today is different. Because the conversation you have with yourself in the first few minutes after you wake up has the power to shape the next 24 hours. Your words become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your emotions. Your emotions become your actions. And your actions become your destiny. So if you're going to speak to anyone first, speak to yourself with intention, especially if you're a woman. Because for generations, women have been told to shrink, to stay quiet, to apologize for taking up space, to mistake kindness for weakness and sensitivity for fragility. But the world has misunderstood feminine strength. A woman's softness is not surrender. Her compassion is not weakness. Her emotional depth is not instability. It is wisdom. It is intuition. It is resilience built through countless silent battles that few people ever notice. Today, I want to share 5 powerful things you must tell yourself every single morning. Not because life will suddenly become easy, but because you will become stronger. Because when your inner voice changes, your entire life begins to change. So let's begin. Tell yourself, I am enough exactly as I am, and I am becoming even greater every single day. Read that again in your heart. I am enough. Not when I lose the weight. Not when I make more money. Not when everyone approves of me. Not when I finally become perfect. Right now. Too many women spend their lives trying to earn permission to feel worthy. They compare themselves to edited photographs. They compare their journey to someone else's highlight reel. They compare their beginning to another person's success. Comparison steals joy. Comparison steals confidence. Comparison steals peace. But confidence isn't believing you're better than everyone else. Confidence is knowing you don't need to compete with anyone. There is only one you. No one else has lived your story. No one else carries your experiences. No one else possesses your unique combination of strength, compassion, courage, intelligence, creativity, and resilience. That makes you irreplaceable. Your value was never determined by someone else's opinion. It was never determined by your relationship status. It was never determined by your appearance. It was never determined by your mistakes. Your worth has always been yours. And every morning, look into the mirror and say, I don't need permission to believe in myself. Because the strongest woman in the room isn't always the loudest. Sometimes she is the quiet one. The one who has survived heartbreak. The one who has rebuilt herself in silence. The one who continues choosing hope despite disappointment. That is strength. Tell yourself, my emotions are my strength, not my weakness. Society often tells women to stop being emotional, as if emotions are something to be ashamed of. But emotions are not the enemy. They are information. They tell us what matters. They connect us to others. They remind us that we are alive. A woman who feels deeply also loves deeply. She inspires deeply. She heals deeply. She dreams deeply. Yes, feeling deeply means heartbreak may hurt more. Disappointment may cut deeper. Betrayal may leave scars. But it also means joy becomes richer. Love becomes more meaningful. Purpose becomes more powerful. Don't apologize for having a heart. Just learn to protect it. You don't have to become cold to become strong. You don't have to lose your kindness to gain respect. You don't have to build walls around your heart. Build wisdom instead. Because real strength isn't about never crying. It's about standing up after every tear. It's about carrying hope through uncertainty. It's about choosing love without losing yourself. Never let anyone convince you that your compassion makes you weak. Compassion changes lives. Empathy changes families. Grace changes generations. And those qualities are extraordinary. Tell yourself, today I choose courage over fear. Fear will always have something to say. Fear says you're not ready. Fear says you'll fail. Fear says they'll laugh at you. Fear says stay where it's safe. But growth has never lived inside comfort. Every incredible woman you've ever admired had moments of fear. The difference wasn't that they lacked fear. The difference was that they acted anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite fear. Speak even when your voice shakes. Apply even if you doubt yourself. Start even before you feel prepared. Because waiting until you're perfectly ready usually means waiting forever. Your future doesn't need perfection. It needs action. One brave decision. One brave conversation. One brave step. Every morning remind yourself, I was not created to hide. I was created to shine. And shining doesn't mean proving yourself. It means becoming yourself. There is enormous power in authenticity. When you stop pretending, you finally become free. Tell yourself, I protect my peace without feeling guilty. One of the greatest lessons many women learn too late is that saying yes to everyone often means saying no to themselves. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot heal everyone. You cannot rescue everyone. You cannot carry everyone's expectations forever. Sometimes love says yes. Sometimes wisdom says no. Healthy boundaries are not acts of selfishness. They are acts of self-respect. Protect your energy. Protect your dreams. Protect your time. Protect your mental health. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your heart. Some people appreciate your kindness. Others simply consume it. Know the difference. Remember, the woman who values herself teaches the world how to value her. Your peace is precious. Guard it, because inner peace creates outer power. Tell yourself, my purpose is greater than my past. Maybe you've made mistakes. Maybe you've trusted the wrong people. Maybe you've experienced rejection. Maybe you've survived heartbreak. Maybe you've questioned your own worth. But hear me carefully. Your past is a chapter. It is not the entire story. Some of the strongest women in history were once overlooked. Some were rejected. Some were underestimated. Some were criticized. Yet they kept moving. Your scars are not proof that you are broken. They are proof that you survived. Every challenge has been preparing you. Every setback has been teaching you. Every difficult season has been strengthening you. You are becoming someone your younger self would be proud of. Don't rush your growth. Don't compare your timing. Don't abandon your dreams because someone else reached theirs first. Your journey is unique. Trust it. Believe in it. Honor it. Because purpose doesn't arrive all at once. It unfolds one faithful step at a time. Now let me tell you something every woman deserves to hear. You do not have to become someone else to deserve success. You do not have to silence your emotions. You do not have to harden your heart. You do not have to lose your femininity to become powerful. There is extraordinary power in feminine energy. It creates. It nurtures. It transforms. It leads with wisdom. It listens before speaking. It builds instead of destroys. The world often celebrates loud power, but history has also been shaped by quiet power. The quiet confidence of a mother. The quiet resilience of a daughter. The quiet determination of a woman rebuilding her life after unimaginable pain. Never underestimate silent strength. Sometimes the strongest soul is the one who continues smiling while carrying invisible battles. Sometimes the greatest victory is simply refusing to give up. Every sunrise is reminding you that beginnings are always possible. Every morning is inviting you to become stronger than yesterday. Every heartbeat is proof that your story is still being written. So tomorrow morning, before checking your messages, before listening to the opinions of others, before allowing doubt into your mind, stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say these 5 things. I am enough. My emotions are my strength. I choose courage over fear. I protect my peace. My purpose is greater than my past. Say them until you believe them. Then believe them until you live them. And finally, remember this. The world doesn't need another woman pretending to be someone else. It needs women who are courageous enough to become exactly who they were created to be. Walk with confidence. Speak with grace. Love with wisdom. Lead with compassion. Stand with courage. And never apologize for the light that lives within you. Because when a woman truly believes in herself, she doesn't just change her own life. She changes her family. She changes her community. She changes future generations. So rise with confidence. Rise with purpose. Rise with faith. Rise with love. And every single morning, choose yourself. Because the strongest voice you will ever hear is the one that comes from within. Thank you.